Hello. So, apparently, I forgot to hit some buttons. So, you heard me as I was listening to, things as I got ready. Sorry. Didn't mean to. So, today, we're doing a different tact. We're going and looking at Strixhaven. Because I have an upcoming game, which is Arcane Academy. It's set in my Celestia universe, just like Celestia Campaign, which is tomorrow night. However, it will have a new cast. It's coming up soon, very soon. So, I gotta get things ready. It would be bad if I didn't. So, you might ask, what is in Strixhaven? And what we're gonna be looking at. So, third thing starts here. We're gonna pretty much skip that, unless you need a handout. I don't think we do. That's basics. I'm not really using their setting, so we're modifying it. I'm also not doing the colleges like they have. They go a little more Harry Potter than I would like. So we could look at the colleges. I do something kind of like it. And I'll show you that. So, this is my wiki page for the Arcane Arts school. That is the, my alternative to Strixhaven. It's called Bluestone School of the Arcane Arts. I actually have a picture, but I can't show it because the art isn't mine. I don't have access. I'm sad. But I did base it on some art I saw. It's part of a little region, and I need to make basically the different parts fairly shortly. We'll get into that maybe today, because there is the town of Bluestone, and then there's the school. I actually think I'm gonna give the town a different name. Maybe not. I don't see it. I could just be blind. Oh, there it is. Kirdine. That's the name of the town. So, let's hop back over. What I really like, as far as Strixhaven goes, is sort of their concept of life on campus. There's some character options here. And we can look at those a little bit. Races for Celestia, though, are different. They're different. So, we will not have Owlins. I mean, they're kind of cute. But, yeah, they're not really a race I'd want. At least not in Celestia. It does not mix well. But, they also have backgrounds. I'm sort of working on some new backgrounds. But for the most part, I kind of like the backgrounds I have. Feats. We could look at the feats. They're all the same. They give 2 cantrips and a first level spell. And this is kind of a change for Arcane Academy that I'll be doing, which is that all my characters start as basically having No class yet, but the equivalent of this feat. So, it's gonna be kind of interesting that way. Basically, they're level 0 characters. I don't know if they know that yet. Maybe they do. There are some new spells here, and I like several of them. They all look really fancy. Really fancy. As 0 level characters, though, that develop into first level characters over their first year, they'll take on, like, different aspects as time goes on. They won't even start with a class. At least, that's how I see it so far. We'll go into that a little more, but this is the real gist for me, which is these parts. Talking about, school being in session, and then they have several connected campaigns that are in here. Campus Kerfluffle. I need to alter that to suit this campaign. And I'll kind of run at least parts of what they have in here during Arcane Academy. But, it's gonna be a little different. I'll get into that a little bit. Okay, we don't need that. This is about... Oh, okay, this is kind of important. This is how they see this going, which is that the first year, which is the first campaign, is starting at first level and ending like 4th level. Okay, that is not happening in Arcane Academy. 1 year is going to be 1 level, usually. They might get special benefits, so they're going to be a little more stacked than like a typical first level character, but they're not going to be more than a first level character. In fact, I might give them more HP. We're going to see how that works. Because there's a lot of spells that could end up in instant death. So, we're going to have to be careful. But the second one is going to be the second year, and that is 4th level for them. For us, it'll be starting 2nd level. Yeah. There's 5 years in Arcane Academy, and that's going to change us to... I'll have to jury-rig this a little bit. I mean, they're talking about the final campaign being 8th level. That is insane. How long are you going to school? In Celestia in general, I already wrote that when you graduate from an Arcane Academy, you are 5th level. You are 5th level. So, that is basically where that's, ends. So, we're looking at graduating and being, like, right about to become 6th level. Or maybe, if you graduate, you become 6th level, technically. Your final year is your 5th level. But anyways, because of that, I'm going to have to drastically reduce the levels of these things as time goes on. The first one, I should be able to do. I might have to change it a little bit. We're going to have to see how that goes. Here's the other thing I really like from Strixhaven. Relationships. Yeah. So you can sort of see some of the NPCs on this chart. I'm actually going to switch for 1 minute so we can see the original. This is the normal token page. So you see students year 1, students year 2, students year 3. Apparently 4th year doesn't even get students. Or they just don't change. It's kind of hard to say. There's lots of other critters are in here too. Some look really cool. Some look really scary. Look at that owlbear. And the Hydra. I'm really gonna have to tone some parts of this campaign when I run it. An awakened tree. That sounds nice. Smart trees. Smart trees. Alright, so, oops, I couldn't see it. White on white. I really want their black mode, or their dark mode, for Roll20. I don't think it's in yet, or at least, if it is, I haven't found it. I'd assume it would be over here, and I expect it to be like right here, or maybe right here, but I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it here either. I mean, that might be a nice feature. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to look at that. But, so these characters, in the original campaign, you can gain relationship status with them. Friends, beloved, rivals. I'm not sure how many beloved I'm gonna have. You know, we might call that BFF level. That sounds a little bit better than beloved to me. Unless I want to have some CW action going on. I'm not sure I'd do that. Maybe between players, if they wanted to. You know, I'll let them flirt. But, NPCs flirting with them sounds really weird. So, let's not do that. They have some notes on the maps, and they talk about how, one academic year, which is no longer than a calendar year, is the time length of a module. So we've looked at that. They have this nice tracking sheet too. We're going to look at this. And we're going to touch on some other things. You can track your relationships here. Their name, the type of relationship, how many points, inspirations and boons. Befriending NPCs gets you benefits or penalties. There's a report card. The 4th year is a little broken. I don't know why. That should definitely not be how that works. But I don't want to touch it yet to try to fix it. Extracurriculars and jobs are what we're going to look at next. I already looked at these, and I basically took them out to make them an easier read for players. They're now in my wiki, with some changes for Celestia. Celestia is, an interesting place. So, there has been some changes. Not so much yet, but you can join an extracurricular or 2. Basically, there's 2 blocks of time after the school day is done. I'll show you what the school day is going to look like for players. I already worked on that. At least for year 1. And, yeah, you can get 2 blocks. You can either take 2 extracurriculars or an extracurricular and a job. That is the same way Strixhaven does it. With an extracurricular, you get a student die, which you can use on associated roles. So, each club basically has skills. Wow, I can't highlight. There we go. But, yeah, they have skills. And you get these dice, which let you roll on it. I'm gonna probably alter the system a little. But, yeah. Basically, you get one of these per extracurricular. Wow, I can't say that word. I'm just gonna say clubs, okay? Clubs. It's much easier. But they get one per club per long rest. So it's a little D4 bonus. You know, kind of nice. They also get a relationship point. And can be either positive or negative. With one student NPC. There's some talk about quitting and joining. I don't really care too much about that. I would have my own systems. So I'd probably treat it like clubs in school. Which I was in some. So I know kind of how that works. But here they are. Dead Languages Society. Distinguished Society of Fine Arts. Fine Artists. You can see members too. Dragon Chess. Dragon's Guard. Historical Society. Horticulture Club. Fantastical Horticulture Club. Future Entrepreneurs. Intramural Gymnastics Club. Silk Ball, which I can't find a description of. I need to know what that actually is, so I can describe it. I don't see anywhere where they actually describe what it is. Maybe they do somewhere in one of the modules. I might have to do a search. I'm just gonna look at this. Okay, well. Oh, there's a cheer squad. Live action role-playing guild. Which is ironic. And there's several members of it. There's a drama guild. Iron Lifters. Which is hilarious. If you look at the characters that they give you, the starting character in that is Greta. And she has an 8 for strength. I would not do that. There's a show band. I might expand that in Celestia. I don't like it that it's just a show band. And this, which I had to rename for Celestia, is basically their student newspaper. Because of course they have a student newspaper. Even though that's definitely not a thing for a few centuries. But it's fine. It's fantasy, right? Student Mages of Faith. I'm actually keeping that. But I'm not keeping either of these characters. At least not in their form they're here. And I'll get back to that in a sec. But there's also a list of jobs. You can go and you can work. Work has some benefits. You get a wage, which is 5 gold per week. As far as Strixhaven goes. For Celestia, I'm probably going to change that. Mostly because it's more of a silver economy than a gold economy. So I'm going to look at that and see how we want to go. I'm probably just going to make it 50 silver. And you don't work on weekends. Maybe if you become a journeyman or something. We'll see. We'll see. You also get those relationship points. There's a tavern here, campus grounds, magic labs. In fact, I don't know if I kept the magic labs. I know I didn't plan to get rid of them, but I don't remember having them on my list. Oh no, I did. Okay, mine's a little easier to read. I don't have descriptions though. I have to work on those because in here they don't have descriptions for what these are. They just list jobs. And I guess we're supposed to make it up as we go. Not really the way I want to do it, but it's the way they do it. They also talk about using rules for exams. Studying phases, pulling all-nighters, studying together, skipping studying, getting tested, doing ability checks, cheating, failed exams, and using student dice. I kind of like this system. I'll probably tweak it a bit when it shows up in the campaign. But yeah, each year they'll have probably 3 exams during the year. That's at least my current thinking. Maybe 4. 1 a quarter. I don't know if they actually say when to use these. Yeah, they don't really say. So I'm gonna have to work that out on my own. I know on the tracking sheet, they basically have report cards like this, and they have 3 dates. So I'm assuming those are 3 exams. I'm gonna be doing 4. So I'll make a modified version of this. I might even have on the wiki results. I think it'd be kind of cool. We'll see how that goes though. This goes a little more into relationships. I like that picture. That is cute. Cute. Oh, they even talk about session 0. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a session 0 for Arcane Academy soon. Soonish, at least. I believe 2 weeks from now. Well, it's on a Thursday night. But, yeah, because that's looking to be the date, unless something happens. 3 of the 4 have confirmed they can do that date and that time. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I want to do a lot of relationships. So I'm gonna really dig into these. And we're gonna look at these a little bit later. Okay, I really don't like the stat block thing. That does not really appeal to me. And then you get into the first tier, which they spread out in all these note cards. I'd kind of like more. Oh wow. Okay, so they have hard points where they do level ups. So I guess that's gonna be kind of good, because then I'll know when we get to that. That's where I have to start modifying content. Because for me, we'll finish at 2nd level and go into year 2. So half the progress. Half. It's gonna be kind of interesting. But I might use these as like do I want to put it? So, remember, these characters are starting out without really being a class yet. They'll be level 0. Maybe they get their class after magical physiologies exam. Figuring I do the same exam. Okay, that's down here. Wow. Okay, that's kind of weird. They literally have these two right after each other. You go right from being 2nd level to 3rd. That's crazy. You spend all this time up here, and then you suddenly start jumping up levels. Part of why I'm not doing it like they are. But, yeah, maybe they'll get their class when they do this. And then at this one, or at the end of it anyways, they get their specialty. Because in Celestia, and I'll go show you, with like the sorcerer, it's basically all the same for any of the pure casters, but they have the same feats basically for 1st level. These are the things they can do. And my music stopped. Oh, there it goes. Wow, it had a long out. But, yeah. These are basically the same. And I'll show you how that works. Yeah. You can see they're basically identical. I actually forgot to mention Arcane School. Oh, because I put it at 2nd, I'm pretty sure they're not 2nd. Okay, maybe they are. Did I forget what level I did them? Weird. But yeah, I think all the others, and the Mystic is the only other one, I think they all get their focus at 1st level. I might have to change Wizard a little. Yeah, they'll get their school. Or I might just run it a little bit differently. You know, I don't have to do it as I wrote it. But yeah, I'm thinking instead of getting 3rd level, they get their specialty, their focus, which is a little different in my setting than it is usually. And then once they finish the adventure, they become 2nd level. And I'll probably have some other little boosts in there. I don't know what yet. I don't know what. But I'm looking at some things. Okay, where is this supposed to be? Oh, that's in the 4th and final year. Okay. Wow, this is some long build-up. 4 years of build-up. I wonder how long they expect this to last. I kind of want to do a lot of role-playing. More so than, like, my current Celestia campaign. They're going to be interacting a lot more with the characters. I want to get some other players in to play some of the characters. Oh wow, you can run into a basilisk. That would be bad. You know, in animated armor, I can see that even with 1st level characters, if they're good. Oh, and here is a course schedule. Okay, Necromancy is not a thing in my setting. It's not even really developed here, which is kind of sad. If if they had more of it, like some spells that you could use, then maybe I could consider it a thing. Maybe we could make... And we might actually do this. Maybe we do an Necromancy, like, sorcerer class, or wizard class. Well, wizard would be hard. Those are supposed to be schools. Or maybe even mystic. You never know. But yeah. So this is where it gets into the differences between my setting and theirs. And they're talking about 3 courses. My characters will have 4. And we're gonna scroll up for a sec so I can show that off. This is what I came up with for my first year class schedule. Introduction to Magical History, which is kind of close to their history of magic and art. Basics of arcane languages, which they don't really have an equivalent of. Basic magical auras. I don't even know what that would be. Incantation and spell inscription. Basically, it's a class designed to teach you how to cast spells and how to write them. So that makes far more sense to me than basic magical auras. What even would that be? What even would that be? I still want to know. Magical self-defense. These characters are gonna get into trouble. They need to learn how to defend themselves. So, I added that as the 4th class. Yeah. I don't even know what I would do with these. I could see botany maybe, or archaeology, but maybe not. I mean, botany could be a first-year class. Maybe as alchemy. Introduction to alchemy, maybe? I mean, I could maybe combine these 2 classes a bit. You know what? I might do that. Yeah. We'll get rid of that. And introduction to alchemy. All the characters will have the same schedule in their first year. Then as they diverge character-wise, at that point, they'll get different classes. And they might not all be in the same classes together. So we'll have to see how that works. But yeah, this is how I'm thinking of my first year. And actually, let's go and title that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. I hadn't seen this yet when I did this. And it wouldn't have really changed anything for me. Alright, I'm gonna change this a little. And magical biology. If I can spell. If I can spell. Because we do have that physiology exam. And we haven't looked at that yet. But, yeah. I definitely think that could be a useful class. I'm not sure how it's supposed to tie into these. How would it be the same class? Oh, it's on owlbears. They're talking about a class that isn't listed up here. Yeah. Oh, there's a required course. Okay. That would definitely be alchemy and magical biology. And I might split that out in later years. So if they want to go into more alchemy, they can do that. Or, magical biology. There's some options in there. But yeah, apparently there's 2 of these exams. Oh, there's 3. Okay, we'll have to look more at these at a later point. But yeah, they make you 2nd level really early. Really early. Because it's supposed to be this first test on Slatey. Or Slotty, however you pronounce that. Oh wow, and they actually mention the name of the teacher, but they don't give her an NPC sheet. Okay, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad, I gotta say. I'm building up a faculty list, though. So we're gonna make a character sheet for her. I need lots of names for staff, because every class has to have a teacher. I mean, it would be really weird if I just told you we had a class. Where's the role-playing in that? I don't have any details on her. And here she's a dryad. I'm not sure I would do that. Mostly because, that's not a race as far as Celestia goes. I mean, I kind of want to stick to the races here. There's a lot. There is a lot. I could make her kind of exotic, though. I mean, we haven't even seen some of these races. At least not very often. I think I might make her an Andrusa. I kind of like that idea. Make her an NPC. Call her an Andrusa. Rilda Lang. I'm not gonna do any more of the type, at least not right now. What is the challenge level of a dryad here? Wow, this is really how they want to stat their professor. Okay, so I'm gonna put up this right now, and this is my take on the character, but still, this is how a first level character looks. I give some small changes. Her stats are much lower in the original. Her second year looks different. But, yeah. The AC is the same. The hit points are directly based on what the originals had. I would probably never use them like this. Never. For me, they'd be like 2nd level. Maybe 3rd. At the highest. So, yeah. These characters are really weird anyways. I'll show you guys. But yeah, at challenge rating 1/2, I would expect her to be 1st or 2nd level. But, yeah, she's got 33 hit points. Compared to our Dryad Professor, who has 22. Charisma is high. Charisma is high. But otherwise, challenge level 1. I mean, they do have 2nd level spells. But this teacher would get owned by, like, a 4th year student. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. I don't think I do that to her. Definitely is a spellcasting NPC. Probably has reactions. We'll say they have all those. Not that I'm gonna really stat this right now. But I'm gonna assume even an entry-level professor is at least level 7. And I don't have a save mod for the DC. So, yeah, she should be able to cast at least 4th level spells to be a professor. I would think so. I would think so. I can't show you now, but I did make a professor character who's a senior professor for my other campaign, the regular slushy one. And there, he's like level 10, I think. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure he is. So, 2 levels lower, and, she's an entry level one. That sounds fine to me. There is a dean, which I haven't statted yet. Not really. I'm sort of taking a character they had and making her a dean. I'm not making, well, for Strixhaven, I kind of want to say she has legendary actions, but she should probably be like 14th level in Celestia. 14th level is pretty high. You are pretty much an undisputed head of your, you know what, I'll make it 16. 16. She's one of the most godlike characters in all of Celestia. So, Emperors might be level 16. The best mages in the world are like level 16, with a few exceptions. That gives her access to 8th level spells. I don't think this is the right progression though. I'll have to double check. But, and add that. We'll work more on her sheet a little later. But, we can jump back. They do have some nice notes about them. I might have tests on these sort of things. Definitely owlbears. Owlbears are a good choice. I'm not even sure these exist in my setting. So we'll have to see about that. We'll have to see. So, we've seen this. Let's jump back to the main page. These are the characters I saved. Some of these characters, they say they're in the first year, but these are definitely second year characters. So, I'm gonna make, obviously the dean, then senior professors, junior professors. In fact, let's write that out. Where is my tool? Text tool. Green. Green's easy to see. That's why I'm using it. Senior professors. And junior professors. And we need 3rd year class. And 4th year class. I might not fill up the upper years very soon, but eventually, they might meet the odd character or two that is a younger year or, a higher year. kind of want to put this like right about here. Stick him under there. This one over here. There's not enough space. Yeah, there's definitely not enough space. We'll see how that goes. I don't need as many high-level students as low-level ones. Because for the most part, they're going to deal, kind of like in school in general. You'll see some 5th, 4th, and 3rd year students. Stars. People who stand out. But kind of like in at least high school for me, or college, you didn't know a lot of people at the higher years, at least personally. You might see them, but you're not really doing anything with them. My goal would be that there's about 500 students, or maybe 400, who go to this school. That is a lot of students to stretch out over all this. How many is that actually? If we're saying 400 students over 5 years, 80 students in each grade or year. I'm willing to have a lot more generic characters, but I want a core that people can go, yeah, these are the, my buddies. We've been in the same clubs, we've gone to the same jobs, and that's what this is for. I might need a lot more though. A lot more. And yeah, they're gonna be in dormitories, so at least until 5th year. 5th year, I'm gonna have them split up a little. Yeah, they'll split up. They can get their own place. We'll see how that goes. But that's my plan. I may refer back to this, like 9 months down the road. But yeah, I think that will work. And there's a scavenger hunt. I'll have to rework that. We might do some of that today, depending on how things go. I want to show you the weird way they do. Oh, by the way, I want to show this off. Well, more than the art. The art looks really cool. This is every, basically, generic character. I don't think there's any of the name characters in here, but all the generic ones are in here. Looking at a dragon that's CR24. This campaign only goes up to level 8. Why would you do that? Why? Okay. I'll get myself under control. Yeah, none of these, except maybe this guy, would really be a challenge once they get up to that 4th year. At least in the original campaign. So, well, the Celestial might. I don't think I'd want to stick a Celestial on any of my characters. Look at this guy. Look at him. Why would you fight him? I don't know. Yeah, they talk about a few other things here. Before I go on, they do have an entire thing on treasure. Some of these, I think, are really interesting ideas, like the primer, which gives you charges that can be used to give a bonus to particular skills. I kind of like that. I'm definitely going to modify that idea and give primers. Probably related to courses. So you can get a little bit of an improvement. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. I like the bottle of Boundless Coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but make a tea one of this, and I would definitely do that. Definitely. I would need it. There's some long days, okay? Long days. Some of these are really interesting items, like this one, Drift Globe. It's an uncommon item, too. Light and daylight spells. And it floats. I like that. It's cute. I'm not sure I'd make it uncommon. I mean, daylight spell is probably why it is. But I'd probably change that a little. Elemental gems. They're probably for summoning elementals. Yes, they are. I figured. This is another item that I think is nice. It's a common one, though. It's a little charm that disguises you. I kind of like that. Kind of like it. So, some things like this, I really want to tie in to the story that I'm doing overall in Celestia. So if you've never watched Celestia, there are events moving in the background. And I've hinted at them quite a lot. And there were some reveals. But I would really like this Elixir of Life to probably be one of those type of items. Because I definitely want to link them. I mean, they're all in the same world. And these events are meant to stretch the entire world over. So, I really want to do that. This looks kind of cool too. Wand of Secrets. Detect secret doors and traps. I'm not so good at actually creating those. Mostly because I'm not good at making maps. I mean, I do have some things to do my own maps with. But Ring of Mind Reading. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I think it even mentions where you find these. Yeah, locations. That's really nice. Ewan Stone. A Ewan Stone. Wow. Okay, that is definitely... Wait. You get a Ewan Stone in what looks like an early area. I can't believe that. And see, they don't describe Mage Tower or what it is. W2. Observation Hut. Oh, wow. Wow, that would be huge. I don't know where in the story this is. Oh, that second year. Holy crap. You're gonna give a Ewan Stone to a second year? I'm not sure I'd do that. I'm not sure I'd do that. I haven't really seen what they've done to Ewan Stones in 5e, but in earlier editions, they're really powerful. They're meant for, like, you know, top tier characters. Okay, you can't be surprised, which is not so useful, probably. I mean, most of the time, at least. Maybe it would. It's hard to say. Anyways, we were going to talk about characters. So, this is one of the early characters. She's mentioned as being a vampire. And if you go over here, she has basic stats, except for high wisdom, which is kind of weird. Oh, this is their second year. Sorry. Let's compare and contrast. So, same character, just what year? Alright. I was looking at her. So, let's scrunch this down. Yeah, this is first year her. 33 hit points to 44. She's got armor over here. She's not really given a class, so it's hard to know if she's supposed to have armor or not. I'm assuming she's supposed to be a bard. But maybe not. Maybe not. So, 8 strength, now a 10. 12 dex, now a 14. Con 13. Intelligence 12. Wisdom 10 to 15. Holy ability points. Really? She gains like 10 points. Just going from first year to second year. They didn't really think for the first year about statting these guys. Definitely did not. They don't give her any skills or saving throws. She's got very little for abilities. When you get down here, you get regeneration, which is kind of nice, and reaction. That's kind of interesting. Her only reaction down here is beginner's luck, which all the characters in first year have. I might give to the players too. Especially since my players are going to be squishy little level zeros when they start. Maybe when they develop, I'll get rid of that and replace it with something else. We'll see. That's good advantage on initiative rolls, which probably doesn't help with dex of 12 on all of them. But, little things. So this guy is one of what I call second year characters. Or at least his class definitely should. Because if you compare him to her, he's got multi-attack. And he's challenge rating 2. And he's got stuff that makes him look like her in year 2. 44 hit points. Stats that are useful. Saving throw bonuses, skill bonuses. Yeah, this is not a first level character. But they made him a first level character the way they have this listed. Because see, it says students, year 1. You'd think he'd be in your classes and stuff, but unless he's being held back, that is not a first year character. So, because, yeah, he looks like the second years. Kind of makes me wonder what he looks like when we get down to third year. I haven't looked at any of the third years. Let's put hers up for first. Okay, most of it looks the same. But she gets a bonus action. Oh wow, she gets 4th level spells. And I think she's some weird type of druid, which makes no sense if you actually look at her bio. She changes her name to match her onstage persona and is a brilliant singer and songwriter. But if you look at what spells they give her, Druidcraft, Spare the Dying, Pass Without Trace, Speak with Plants, Death Ward, that sounds like a druid, or maybe a plant cleric. Why would you do that? Why? I have different plans for her in my setting. I've already customized her stats a little more. And let's close out both of these probably. Well, no, I might keep one open. I might need to pull from those. So, this is the only other professor that I actually give a stat block to. He's the one in charge of detention. And it says he's a new instructor. He looks to be level 15. Except his spells definitely aren't. Hey Soggy, welcome. And yeah, things have been pretty good. I hope they've been good for you. I need to give you hugs. Have some. But yeah, this is definitely not a 15th level spellcaster. He's challenge rating 7. So that would kind of make sense for a 15th level character. Sort of. I like some of his attacks and things. But he's very strange. Not sure how to place him. But his spells are anemic. Especially for a magic academy. Maybe he's supposed to be like a bard or some other sort of half-caster. But, 15th level. I'd still expect more. Actually, let's go over here. Yeah, this is spell progression. Well, I guess 4th level spells is what I'd expect. This is slightly changed from base, but it is basically spell progression for half-casters. Because I don't have a good example of that. And thank you, Soggy. How was your day, by the way? I saw you were doing a collab earlier. I wasn't awake yet, so I didn't come watch. But I did see it come up this morning. It was cold here. It's still cold here. I think it would be -8C right now. Sounds right. Hang on. -9. I was slightly off. I was pretty close though. Pretty close. It was -16C this morning. So I didn't really want to climb out of bed. Obviously not in my room. In my room, it was like 70. right now, it's 77 in here. So, much colder than usual. Much colder. The cold makes it so hard to get going. So hard. Alright, let's drop out of these guys. Oh yeah, this is one of the bad guys. I keep forgetting. There's a lot of different stuff in here. Awakened Tree. What level are you? Second. Oh, probably because of hit points. That's a lot of hit points. Oh, and you hit hard. Yeah. And that would definitely not be a low-level encounter if you were gonna fight a slab. There's a lot of stuff in here. Clay golems. Challenge rating 9. Wow. My characters are never gonna get to that. Unless I want to throw something really hard at them. Really hard. You never know. Crawling crawl? Wow. Okay, that would be disturbing. It's challenge 0, though. 2 hit points. I mean, maybe I could throw a bunch of those at the characters. Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, wow. A djinn. Yeah. Challenge level 11. Why would you throw that at them? Even in the base one. In the base module, you know, they're still, like, level 8. Maybe higher as things progress. Actually, let's head back up for a sec. I'm kind of curious. So what levels? Yeah, you're supposed to be 10th when you end the adventure. That would still be a higher level. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to modify this. My characters would be level 5 for the same thing. You know, ready to graduate. And I probably wouldn't give them full, like, level 5. So, I'm definitely gonna have to fix some of these. Ooh, a cloaker. Those are kind of neat. Oh wow, those are really high. I mean, maybe if I tuned it down, it shouldn't be so bad. Maybe. Ooh, a flaming skull. Ooh, flaming skull. Now that they could fight. Wait. Fractal mascot. That is kind of weird. Oh wow. That is an interesting character. Challenge level 1/4. I mean, I could throw some of those at characters. I mean, maybe they get summoned, you know, by, like, teachers to train students. I could see that. Inkling mascot. Okay. That is weird. And I guess this is generic apprentice. Yeah, this looks like most of the other characters. Scroll bash. What? Scroll Dash does 1d10 plus 2 damage, plus 2d8 thunder damage. Holy crap! Okay, that is a lot of damage. Like, a lot. I would not want to fight one. Needle Blight? Okay, those look weird. Okay, this line is really scary. Really scary. Plants with a taste for blood. Wow. Oh, they're not that bad though. Probably because of the 11 hit points. Ooh, needles. That would do a lot of damage. I could definitely not use those against my level 0 characters. Even though, you know, challenge rating 1/4 would seem to imply that they could do it. Pest mascot? What is that? That is horrifying! That is horrifying! Weird. Weird. I don't even want to know. I don't. Sorry. I'm still sort of sleepy today. It's that kind of day. Rune Grinder. Well, that looks impressive. Look at that guy. Beastly. Beastly. Fungi. Shrieker Fungi. Doesn't do much. Which is probably good. I need some low-level stuff. Methods. Here's another mascot. That is kind of an impressive mascot. You know. Oh wait, where'd my music go? Music. Right, there we go. Yeah, he's definitely impressive looking. Probably not that tough. Yeah, none of the other ones were either. But, you know, for first level characters, this would definitely be a good challenge. Not like that other 1/4 character. The plant guy. The needler thing. He'd be a lot scarier. Oh, they do have professors. They apparently did. Oh, wow. Look at that. 105 hit points. 105. Wow. Okay, this is definitely a druid. Definitely a druid. Weird they didn't give him 4th level spells or 2nd level spells. But, you know, I could definitely use this as a base for some more professors. I'm gonna have another thing next Thursday where I look at creating some more characters with my friend Nephilia. We're gonna get together and we're gonna look at making some more NPCs. Since obviously I'm missing some. Oh, Treant. There's a lot of plant mobs. Treants would be good, but that challenge rating, that would be insane. Oh, wow. Oh, they even have vampires. We could have a vampire encounter. Challenge rating 13. Okay, that is impressive. 18, 18, 18, 17, 15, 18. That is crazy. In legendary actions. Yeah, I don't think I'm throwing that at my players. These are handouts down here. Oh, here's the rules for Mage Tower. Okay, so you try to steal a mascot. And you get points. 20-minute phases. The team that scores the most points by the end wins. And no harmful spells. That sounds complex. Most of these characters are kind of geared to do damage. I'm not even sure how you do that. I'd probably have to make some new spells. I could probably do it though. Yeah, I could probably do it. There's some handouts here. There is player art handouts, which I kind of like. You get to see some of the artwork that they did for the book and show it to your players. I'm not sure how much I'd use that. There's some supplemental handouts, like quicksand. How does quicksand work in D&D? Big questions. Shoving creatures, explosives, wild magic search table. I think I could roll it from here. I think I can. 85. What would an 85 be? Mirror image. I mean, that's a good effect. That one would not be so good. And that's only 1 point different. I mean, it does heal you. That part would be good. But damaging everyone around you for 30 feet. No friend or foe. That could be kind of painful. But yeah, I think the real strengths of this are in things like the extracurriculars, the jobs, the exam system, relationships, the tracking sheet even, though I should probably fix that. How did... Yeah, this should be number 2. And this shouldn't have anything in it. Neither should this. Hopefully I don't break anything. Hopefully. Cross your fingers. Yeah, now it looks right. Now it looks right. I mean, maybe they meant it to be that way. I haven't looked too much at year 4. But I kind of doubt it. I know there's only like 2 points that they talk about. There's only 1 test. Herbology. Vegetation identification. Weird. Yeah, and there's no other tests. So, I guess they didn't mean to have a 2, but I kind of want a 2. So, we're gonna go with that for our own use. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let me check on something really quick. Okay. I had check on a couple of things real quick. Let's get rid of the calculator. So, when I took the characters and changed them to fit, I did a little renaming. I didn't want to call her Aurora, Luna, Windstar, Winterstar. I thought, 2 names was enough. So I did rename her, just skipping the Aurora part. I did keep the images though, because that made sense. In my setting, there are no Dampiers, so I made her a Nephilim, an elf vampire, because those are elf ears. Those are elf ears and elven features. Even though Dampier are supposed to be human vampire offspring. But, yeah, I modified her to be a Nephilim elf vampire. And I gave her Vampiric Bite, which is one of their abilities. I think I still have the list up. I don't know if I've shown this recently, but I did a big update on racial feats for Nephilim. In Undead down here, I have Vampiric Bite and Vampiric Gaze as options. And I gave her Vampiric Bite. Basically, took this and jiggered it to fit into her character sheet. Technically, she's only supposed to be able to do it a proficiency number of times, but I don't see us, really fighting so much. Maybe the characters will want to fight the NPCs. Who knows? But I'm definitely going to have to come up with some non-damaging spells. At least permanent damage. Maybe a rule that you can blunt a spell to do, non-lethal damage. Maybe, anything up to, a certain level you can do as non-lethal. I think that could be interesting. But yeah, I left the basic abilities alone, hit points alone. In my campaign, what I see her being is a type of sorcerer, which I added a little bit ago, called a spell song. I haven't actually finished. They still need their high-end abilities, but we're never getting up to level 14, at least in this. So I can make her a spell song without any issues. Because even in 5th year, she'd have, just this. So she'd know 5 spells, 3 cantrips. Not too different. Very different from how she is in this campaign, though. I mean, Strixhaven, when I say that. And I put them on this Strixhaven map because, I feel like these are the characters from Strixhaven. Even though, these are my take on them, that's still how I put them in here. But yeah, she gets a couple of cantrips and a first level spell. Everyone is given Detect Magic, which is funny. Which is very funny. Mostly because in Celestia, sorcerers and wizards and mystics, they don't need detect magic. They get that as a class feature at first level. So it becomes redundant really quick, and they could switch that out. So, and they get this magic attack for free. So, I feel they don't even need like attack cantrips as far as, the NPCs go. Second years are a little more interesting. Like Mina here. She's in the Academy Star, the school newspaper. Yeah, she gets Inkblade, which is kind of fun. I need to make that into a spell. She gets 2 first level spells, which is not much. Not at all. But, yeah, she's decently strong. Challenge rating 2 somehow. I definitely need to tweak them. And this would be huge damage. I'll show you why. Let's click that. Wait. Why did you not roll damage? Did I mess up the settings? Hang on. Let us look at the game settings. Alright, down in here. Oh! Alright. Let's save those changes. I apparently forgot. Alright, let's try that again. Oh. Okay. Well, that time it worked a little different. That was a low roll. That was a high one. But still, against a first level character, she just one-shot you. One shot. Because that is crazy damage. I definitely have to tweak their abilities. Even though she's a second year, she probably shouldn't be one-shotting the basic characters. So let's make this 1d4 and this 1d6. I'll leave the other one alone for a sec, and we'll see how this looks. Yeah, roll damage. Well, she would still probably one-shot someone. But she rolled a 2, has the +2. So, 4, which is the average damage. And then she rolled a 5. Average damage-wise, this would do 7 damage. Which is still probably enough to kill a first-level character. Yeah. People are scary. I'll have to work on that. I don't know. Maybe another D4? I don't really want to get rid of 2 types of damage. And I have to, modify these as the characters go up in age. Because, they should advance levels. They should get some extra stuff. Be a little more powerful as they graduate. But, yeah, that's my thoughts. Rather than doing, 3 versions of her, I'll have 1. But, I'll modify it as the story progresses. But yeah, that was a second level character, or a second year. First years will be in the same class as us. Or, I should say, the player characters. I kinda wish I was a player character. It'd be fun. But yeah, this is still pretty high damage. I may need to tweak these too. Yeah, this would be good if they're fighting higher level things. But against the players, not so great. Not so great. Yeah, their stats are really low. These are embarrassing. But this is what everyone starts with. We did just create this character. I didn't grab any of her information. But let's go through this. There should be a few different professors in here. Wherever it is. Okay. Chaos Professor. Order Professor. So those are 2. Professor of Expression. Which I'm guessing are bards. Perfection. Weird. I'm not even sure how I should take that. Professor of Theory. Oh, that looks cool. Cool. Yeah. I'm probably gonna alter the art for that one. But I probably will use that for some character. Maybe, well, I don't know. Oh, there's a substance one. Okay, that guy looks scary. Definitely scary. Radiance. Oh, that is, very stylish. Alright, I don't have space. I need more space. I feel like I need a 4K display. I definitely don't have one though. Let's move this over. And then slide this over. Grab this again. Alright. Nope. No, that's not gonna work. I need to be able to see. Let's grab this. Right about there. Move this over. Now I can see here. Campus guide. What is a campus guide? Wait, are you a construct? You are. Wow. Constructs. Professor of Decay. Professor of Growth. So this is probably what I would want. She's definitely not in the bigger picture. Sad. Alright, I'm just gonna move them over here. This is the one I think I need. And they're basically a druid. But I think it will make a good base for our Professor of Alchemy and Biology. So, let's dig in. We already picked some of these. I'm gonna pop this up. Yeah, and they are a humanoid. I mean, a druid. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm going to say 13 AC. I don't plan on giving them armor, at least not right this moment. And as a base, I will give them basic things there. Let's see. Are these generic stats? Alright. They give them higher wisdom, but there are no druids in my setting. So, I'm gonna give them 19 for their int rather than wisdom, 16 wisdom, and 13 charisma. You know what? I'm even gonna change this. 13 wisdom, 16 charisma. Alright, and wow. They give them save bonuses for Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma. That's a lot. Arcana is 6. Medicine is 7. Survival is 7. Oh, and Nature is 6. Alright, that sounds pretty decent. Sounds like what I would expect from this type of character. They give him immunity to poison. Oh, no, that's condition immunity. Hang on. She's got resistance to poison and can't be poisoned. Passive perception. That's probably wrong. Guess we dropped her wisdom. So she's probably only an 11. Yeah, I kind of like that. And common is the only thing listed. But we're going to make it trade tongue because that is the language of the setting. We made her caster level 7. They made her caster level 1. Which is crazy. Which is just crazy. I don't know why you'd do that. Summon nature's avatar. Okay, that sounds insane. Just putting that out there. Insane. Oh wow. Should have a lot of cure spells. I'm willing to go with that though. We'll work on her a little more, but let's go and grab the spells. And I do kind of get it. They would prefer to put things in actions rather than make them spells. I don't know if I like that per se, but it is definitely one take, and I can kind of see why. Alright. So, on my version, we'll give her lesser restoration. Pass without trace. It's thinking. It's thinking. Alright. Plant growth. Come on. Come on. Stop blinking at me. Alright. We're just gonna stick it there. Revivify. I don't think it's a spell that I have. Revivify. Yeah. I think this is the only revival spell in the setting, actually. I didn't want... Oh. Oops. It'll still get us the spell we want, so that's fine. And mass cure wounds. Alright, there we go. So, this is the spells they give her. She actually shouldn't have 5th level spells. At least not officially. I might change this. Cure mass Mass Cure Wounds. I think it's probably not a good spell to give her. Anyways, Greater Restoration, maybe. But her character, I don't think. I'll give her some 4th level spells. I mean, she very much is basically a druid. So, I kind of like that for a character. I think in my setting, she would probably be either a naturalist sorcerer or an alchemy wizard. I'm not sure which. Depends on which way we want to go. Do we want her to create potions? Or do we want her to be more a spellcrafter type? Yeah, we get the nature spell list. She doesn't have any new spells, but it would give her more spells. Not that that's really going to affect her here. And yeah, we still give her potion creation as part of that. Oh, she would get automatically summon beast. That could be good. In fact, let's look at summon spells. So what level is this? Technically 2nd level. I kind of like it if she were a naturalist sorcerer. That would give her summon beast. She gets a lot of 2nd level spells that way. But I think that's fine. Let's drop Alchemy Wizard. I'm gonna mention, not specifically, but I'm gonna mention over here, potion creation. I mean, alchemy basics. There we go. I got her name wrong. Alright. She's not a great alchemy teacher. She's only a basic one. But she'll have that. She does get multi-attack. So let's mention that. Multi-attack. Alright. There we go. And I want to recreate this ability. So, Verdant Lash. It's an attack. It's a melee weapon with a reach of 30 feet. I like that. +7 when target. And it does 2d6 +4 piercing. And 2d6 poison. And they have to make a save or be pulled closer. Basically, it's a version of the Vine Cantrip, which I can't think of the name of. I'm bad. There's so many spells though. I was looking at level 3s most recently, but there's a cantrip, which is often used by druids. And it's gonna be somewhere in here. Somewhere. I know it's here. Thorn Whip. Yeah, it's basically a version of Thorn Whip. Though, Thorn Whip doesn't do poison damage. Otherwise, very similar. Very similar. But, yeah. In this campaign, I'm gonna have a big list of spells. But, in fact, I have a lot more spells already than in basic D&D. But, I'm gonna have the ability to customize spells. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm working on. Specifically for this campaign, since it's a little bit different than, like, some of the others. Yeah, we haven't given her any attack magic. So, oh, actually, yeah, I don't think we're gonna see anything else there. But this is the nature spells list. I kinda like Harvest. Harvest might be good for her. There's some interesting ones in here, even though Stormflight is basically fly. Though it does have Featherfall as part of it. And she can't really do most of the others. I will insert Harvest, which is one of the spells I have completed. Right. Nope. Okay. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. It is Conjuration. I don't think it's a ritual. No. Rituals are usually pretty specific in my campaign. There's an entire part of magic devoted to it. One action, range, melee, target. I think there's only one target. Yeah, one target. Well, it's not even really a target. And it's just semantic. So we can get rid of the V and the M. It does not require spellcasting. The spellcasting ability is intelligence. Yeah, output is the spell card. And there we go. There we go. Grab that. Slapped it in. It is a healing spell, but it's kind of like Goodberry. It's not meant to be cast at higher levels. Class and type, I don't think matter. Oh, I forgot duration. Instant, I think. Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, I'm great. I can't even remember my own spells. That's what happens when it takes a while for me to get back to stuff. Yeah, Harvest looks pretty decent though. I kind of like it. It's flavored healing. And a good one for this type of character. Alright. Elemental imbuement. What? It says 1. I'm willing to say that's her only 4th level spell. It would fit her. Yeah, let's squish that down. She does need 1st level spells. So Goodberry is an option. Heal Animal is a good option. Partial Form. She doesn't have Wild Shape, so it would not help her. Tempest, though. I mean, I could give her an attack spell. It's an option. It's an option. I think Goodberry, and my Goodberry is a little different, but because I don't want to have to retype everything, I'm gonna throw normal Goodberry in. And I don't think Heal Animal is a normal spell, but maybe. Oops. No, I'm gonna have to write that one. I don't know why there is not a Heal Animal spell. I'm assuming they just, intend you to use, Cure Wounds on an animal. I don't really like that thematically. It is Necromancy. Necromancy. The Dark Arts. Not in this case, though. All healing is Necromancy. Casting time. It is 1 action. Range, I think 30 feet. Yes, 30 feet. Target. 1 animal. Right. And it's just semantic. So that's easy too. It doesn't require concentration. It is instant. I know that. Intelligence. This one can be heightened. So, I will actually grab the text and just snip right here. Basically, if you cast it at a higher level, you heal more. It's a very simple spell. There we go. Heal Animal. Right. She's pretty rounded out. I don't want to give her Summon Nature's Avatar. That seems kind of overkill. I'm gonna have to give her shape. A style or a look. I don't know if I can yet, unfortunately. Oh, and I should look at race. Because her race is a little unusual. There's 2 types of Andrusa. There is the Zarl and the Ilanon. Zarl are darker and have metallic tones with lighter skin tones. And Ilanon have brighter scales and darker skin. I don't think we've actually seen an Ilanon yet in Celestia. Let's make her that. That's gonna give her a few extra abilities. She won't need to wear armor. Come on, where is it? I forget what tabs I have open. I have too many. Too many. Should get a boost of strength and con. Or charisma and con. She has a high charisma, so I think that'll work. Yeah. She'll have dark vision. We don't really care about that. She gets natural armor. So, yeah. That should be good for her AC. Yeah, she gets 1 from Dex and 1 from that. That's only 12. I might bump her Dex. Even though she has a 19 int. That is awfully high. You know what? I might change this a little. Take that off. You know what? Let's drop that to 12 while we're at it. She has a 16 con. That's awfully high. Let's give her 14 for her Dex. That'll give her a natural AC of 13 with her scales. Which I kinda like. She won't need armor. That really doesn't matter. Forceful presence. I will give her this. I don't remember. Is that a bonus action? No. It is just an ability. So let's put it here. You know, the way my PCs go, she may have to use this on them. It's how this works. It's how this works. So, drop that in. There we go. Forceful presence. Creative diplomacy. I love that. Yeah, it sounds useful for a professor. But I think I like where her character is. Technically, she should have another 3rd level spell. And I'm not sure what that would be. You know what? Let's look at 3rd level spells. We'll scroll all the way back up. Alright, let's see what we get. 3rd level. Class. Let's look at Druid Abilities at 3rd level. Lightning. Conjure Animal. She does have Conjure Beast, but we could give her more Conjuration. Daylight. Dispel Magic. Elemental Weapon. Erupting Earth. Flame Arrows. Sleet Storm. Speak with plants. You know, I kind of like that. It kind of fit her. Summon Fae is also useful. Tidal Wave. Okay, that would be crazy. Let's give her Tidal Wave. You know, you annoy her enough, and she just gathers up a wave and throws it at the players. As 1st levels, I think they die. I think they die. that's fine, right? She'll get them healed. We never ended up giving her any reactions or bonus actions. Though, you know what we should do? We looked here. What we should probably do is look at this. Alright. Innate counterspell. Should get meta magic, but yeah, I don't think she really gets any other like reactions or bonus actions. So we can probably just cut those. And obviously no mythic actions. She's not really a mythic character. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. You know, plant growth, revivify, tidal wave, very thematic. She should have more cantrips, but we kind of gave her one. Yeah, she'd only have 3. So, I guess technically these 2, and then Verdant Lash, which is technically a cantrip. Technically. Yeah, I'm willing to go with that. But I think this looks pretty good for her. Yeah, I like that. Alright. So, yeah, these are all our professors. Well, at least regenerated ones. I don't know what other ones, because I need like more details to make more of those. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to keep these up, and I think I'm gonna work more on professors on Thursday when I have Neff with me. So let me keep these up. Come on. Alright, that'll work. They're kind of messy, but that's fine. So we've sort of talked about the good parts. Oh, yeah, I never talked about the different colleges within the academy. So I split things up into the Lore College, the Arcane College, the Healer's College, the Artificer's College, the Martial College, and the Monastery College. I wasn't sure a better name for this, but it's where they train monks, mostly. At least that's how I see it. But they also teach religion, rhetoric, empathy, martial college, physical training. You can learn athletics, acrobatics, scouting skills, subterfuge, as well as learning proficiencies. So, if they want to learn, like, martial weapon proficiencies, they can. They just need to take a class on it. Which is a big change from D&D's normal route. If they want to get specialty training, I'll let them do that after first year. Artificers, it's mostly for crafting skills, Enchanting, which actually has its own classes. But yeah, mostly proficiencies. You can learn any type of proficiency you might want. Healer's College, which teaches medicine, nature, survival. Also, anyone who wants to learn, like, cure wounds and that sort of stuff can go here. Arcane College. This is sort of the primary one. It's where they teach arcana, alchemy, nature, and animal handling, to some degree at least. It's also got all the spell development and that sort of stuff. Nope. I need a new mouse. This one clicks twice, sometimes. In the Lore College. It's taught mostly by bards and lorekeeper monks. They offer history, languages, mathematics, geography, etiquette. I want to actually make some use of etiquette. I'm not sure how yet. I want to do that in D&D. Maybe as like an ability you can get if you take a class in it. And it adds to your persuasion against, like, like wealthy merchants and nobility. I think that would be an interesting idea. I've been trained in etiquette, so I get a bonus against you. Or possibly when saving against you. You never know. As wily nobles. I like how there's going to be colleges, but not quite like in Strixhaven. But yeah, that's how I split them up. Yeah, see, here they have like Lorehold, Prismari, Quandrix, Silverquill, and Witherbloom, because they're trying to do like a Harry Potter type thing. I get the idea. I don't like the execution. It's not how we usually divide things up. But yeah, I definitely do have different colleges within the main academy itself. And I'm gonna have to work on this. Let's look at it some. So I'll just read this off. As students, the characters have the opportunity to cement friendships, establish rivalries, deepen bonds, and otherwise develop relationships with student NPCs in this book's adventures. All of these pursuits could be played out entirely with role-playing. You can use the following relationship rules to reinforce this aspect of the adventures. They provide characters with benefits or drawbacks based on their social endeavors, infusing the interactions with other students with rules weight, and making this integral part of student life a more significant part of the game. This is talking about how you want to use the rules and describing that to your characters. Your players. The character of each participating player gains 1 relationship point or more with student NPCs during relationship encounters. The character's number of relationship points with a specific NPC determines their status with that NPC. good part of this. The book's adventures include relationship encounters, featuring events during which characters can interact with one or more of the student NPCs in the fellow students section. When such an encounter begins, use the adventure's read aloud text to describe the scene, then work with the characters one at a time until each has had a turn to interact with the student NPCs. Yeah, it's just talking mostly, at least in here, about introducing characters. But I'm gonna do that as the characters in the party get to classes, go to extracurriculars, like meals. Meals should definitely be in there. Yeah, as characters, go and do things, they'll meet other NPC characters. Sorry, I'm sort of reading these in my head, just by looking at them. When a character interacts with a student NPC, that character's player decides which of the following categories they wish the response to fall under. Friendly response. A friendly response earns 1 relationship point. A friendly response is positive. It might take the form of showing warmth or providing affirmation and camaraderie as the encounter dictates. Rivalrous response is negative and might take the form of being rude to the NPC, antagonizing them, or taking similar unkind actions. And here, I think it's gonna be how the player actually roleplays this. If they're friendly and, their interaction goes well, it's a friendly response. It's a positive point. If, they're rude or antagonizing, it's a rivalrous or negative one. And it's talking about tracking those. While a character has 2 relationship points or more with a student NPC, that NPC becomes a friend, and the character receives a bond boon from that person as long as the NPC is a friend. While the character has -2 relationship points or less with a student NPC, that NPC becomes a rival, and the character receives a bond bane from that person. So, we'll scroll up a little. I kept these in here, so I'll show you here. This shows her extracurriculars, her job, the bond boon, and the bond bane. The bond boon, whenever you need anything heavy moved, members of the Iron Lifters Society show up to help you. If it's bane, heavy things show up in inconvenient places, such as in front of your dorm door. I think that's cute. It's very flavorful. Bond boons and bond banes are noted. Yeah, I just showed you that. Wow. Apparently, in these rules, you can just decide you're no longer friends. Nope, you're a 0 now. Wow, that would be really rude. Really rude. I think I'd make it so any encounter changes things by a +1 or a -1. And for me, I don't think it's going to be a 2-point scale. I think it's going to be a 10-point scale. So you can have up to a positive 10 or a negative 10. And past a certain point, you're friends or rivals. Up till the deepening part here. Once a student NPC has become a character's friend, the character has the option of deepening the relationship. The next time a relationship encounter happens with the friend, the character can express a wish for a deeper connection with that NPC. This might be a romantic pairing, a deeper platonic camaraderie, or a sibling-like bond. Before this encounter takes place, talk to the player to ensure a clear understanding of what they seek. Yes, no sex slaves. No sex slaves. No. Not an option. If a player wants a deeper relationship between the character and a friend, the friend can become the character's beloved. During the next relationship encounter, beloved inspiration. The character gains inspiration after each long rest, which functions like regular inspiration, except a character regains a number of uses of beloved inspiration after each long rest, equal to the number of beloveds they have? What? Okay, are they all meant to be polyamorous? Because mechanically in the game, you'd want, 8 beloveds. I can just keep laying down inspirations. Come on. No. So my 10-point scale version, I think you need a 7 to become beloved. Or at least higher than a 5. You have to be a certain amount of friend to even opt to do this. And, I think, if they were going to, they would have to talk to the NPC if they were beloved, before you could take another beloved. Or there'd be a battle. One beloved would find out about the other, and things would go down. You'd probably lose both. Because that's the way it really works, unless they're polyamorous. You never know. I could say an NPC is polyamorous. They actually do what I think is an interesting take. For Nora Ann, this character here, they actually make it so that she's transgender. I didn't expect that. But yeah, I don't remember where they say that. Oh yeah, here it is. She's especially passionate about counseling other transgender students. And that's directly from the rules. So, I did not expect that in D&D. Not that I mind it. I'm happy to see the inclusion. But, I'm gonna have to come and decide on sexual preference of characters. I think I will. Especially if they're gonna see a lot of these characters. Fellow students. Sorry, I'm reading the text. Okay, this part is weird. Student NPCs who were in higher years when the characters started at Strixhaven are still around on campus as continuing students or recent alumni. That'd be weird. And then they talk about stat blocks. I don't think I really want to delve into that any more than we already have. But I do like the system. I think I do want to make it a 10-point scale, though. Yeah, that seems better for me. And I'd say at least a 5 on the friend to become a beloved, which I don't really like the concept of. Dating an NPC sounds like making me flirt with my players. That's kind of uncomfy. But, I mean, maybe. We'll see. If it can be interesting, then maybe I'll do it. Hello, Baked Cupcake. Welcome. How you doing? Thanks for the... Hang on. My throat's dry. Thanks for the follow. So, yeah. I definitely like a 10-point scale better. Let's look at exams for a sec. Yep. Assume they're in the same class. So, each exam encounter has a studying phase followed by a testing phase. In general, a character can approach studying in any way they desire. That phase then culminating in a single ability check of their choice. In contrast, testing requires ability checks using specific skills. I think that makes sense. Nothing new there. I don't know if I'd resolve the outcome of one character's ability checks before moving on to another. Yeah, I'd probably do them in like a batch. Especially in Roll20. I mean, if I were doing it in person, that might be a little different. Studying phase, brushing up on their coursework. During the studying phase, each character must succeed an ability check against a DC noted in the encounter. They can use any ability and skill they wish when making this check, but they can make it only once. I mean, I sort of like this, and I sort of don't. What I would probably do, and what we'll probably see, is if they're studying for, like, history. So say they're studying for history. If they don't want to use intelligence for some reason, I'd let them make a charisma roll with history to create spoken mnemonic devices that are related to history. Okay, I probably would not let sleight of hand be used unless you're trying to cheat. And I know there are rules for cheating. So, when we get to those, we might look at sleight of hand. Okay, so an all-nighter gains 2 rerolls to to use during the next testing phase. That's nice. But 1 level of exhaustion. Let's look at exhaustion really quick. Conditions. Exhaustion. Disability on ability checks. Okay, that makes 0 sense. Because this is a reroll. So it's basically like having advantage. But you give up advantage to get it. That makes no sense. I would probably do something different. I'm not sure what right now. If the characters want to do this, we'll look into that. Staying together. They get advantage on their ability check made during the studying phase. Yeah, that's a good thing. Or you can just forgo that. With no rerolls. Yeah, what I might do is give you advantage on checks related to the subject matter. But for everything else, you have disadvantage because of the exhaustion. That might work. So, yeah, I think that's more fair. Testing phase. Each exam's testing phase consists of 2 ability checks, with specifics including the DC noted in the encounter. If the character gained any rerolls during the studying phase, the character can use 1 reroll when making a testing ability check, rerolling the check's d20 and using the new roll. I'm probably going to have to edit the DCs because my characters aren't going to be the same levels. So, yeah, we'll have to work on that. No successful ability checks means they fail. Success is at least 1 correct. Student dice. Oh, you get student dice if you pass. We'll have to look at failed exams. So let's head down, but cheating is first. An unscrupulous character can cheat on an exam. Doing so requires a successful charisma and deception and sleight of hand check, both using the DC set for the exam. If a character cheats, they can't use any rerolls from their studying phase. If a character fails either of these checks, a proctor or other authority figure notices the cheating and the student fails the exam. Wow. You're out of here. It's like real life. Okay, if you succeed, you automatically ace the exam. So it's an alternative. I might change those. I'd probably give characters the chance to use one or the other. And they'll pass if they can do one or the other. Okay, a failed exam. If they failed an exam, it requires them to attend tutoring with a junior faculty member until they achieve at least a passed exam in a different exams encounter. Oh wow. I don't really like this at all. A student who must attend tutoring can't take part in any extracurriculars or jobs. Wow. That is crazy. Yeah. I definitely feel I need to change a failed exam. I'd probably allow either a read test or possibly tutoring, but tutoring would only use one club or job slot. I think that feels a little better to me. Alright, and student dice are D4 to any ability check. Oh, but it has to be one of the skills featured in the exam. I don't really like that. I would think if you're gonna do student dice, it can be for any skill. I mean, they're only a D4. In fact, I might treat this as inspiration. I feel that might be another good way to do this. So, rather than student dice, you might get inspiration dice, which are not really dice. They're just the ability to have advantage or a reroll on any particular roll that they'd like. I think that feels a little better, at least to me. I'm definitely gonna have to watch my own video, because I'm not writing down anything that I say. I probably should. And they don't really have anything else about clubs or jobs, but I should work on those lists. I know somewhere. Yeah, I don't think I showed this one, but this one is a little fleshed out more. These characters are not final though, because several of those don't exist in my campaign. So I had to throw out most of the characters that are really exotic types, because they don't exist in Celestia. Like this elephant guy. I mean, elephant guy is nice looking and all, but there are no Luxodon in my world, unfortunately. I can make him something else, but I'd probably want to change certain aspects of his text to go along with that, and maybe rename him. I could see him maybe being a, well, they're not called this. Oh, here's Andrusa. So races. So, Lycos are wolf boys or girls, or dog, depending on how you want to look at it. I could see him being a Lycos. Lycos, however you want to put that. I think that would be an interesting take on him. I haven't done that yet, though. Oh, this is his second year. I was going, why does this look so strange? Okay, this is his first year. Yeah, he's got all the regular abilities. So, nothing specific here. But let's go up. And I'll make another first year. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take the first part of the name, and we're gonna grab it over here. I think I'll keep the first name, and Rampart will be his last name. I like that better. I'm gonna keep the extracurriculars, so we'll stick that in here. I'm gonna grab the text from this. So, when we adapt them, we can just move that stuff over. But I'll have to rewrite this. Because he's definitely not a Loxodon. In this case, he is a Lagos. Rampart. Alright, and I'll fill this stuff in. Well, I can do this part. That's easy. I mean, I can do stats too, but I might work on those. Yeah, their base stats kind of suck. Well, I sort of can. They'll get at least 12 dex and 13 con. And I'll give them at least 12 int. I'm not sure I'm gonna make them not that strong. So we'll go with this. And I don't even think I really need to write this, but I will anyways. I just hate leaving it out. He's half as a challenge. He is a spellcaster, and he does have reactions. Intelligence, level 1. Alright. That's most of his basic... I know I'm not going to keep the 68 plus 6. One of the things I want to do when I'm adapting them is actually roll hit points. But I think I'd roll it as like 3d8 plus 3. That would make them 3rd level. Should technically be challenge rating 1. But that makes more sense. Even then, I might change that. It still seems a little bit high for a first year. I might change some of the details. We'll have to see. I do like the concept though. Good concept. So, let's go with that. Oh, I can give him an AC. Give him an 11 to start with. I don't have much of anything except this beginner's luck. I'm excited to be here, and a couple of cantrips and such, and these very generic abilities. I kind of wish I could copy these, or like drag and drop them, but I can't drag and drop them. It's kind of annoying. With that though, we have created another character for the first year class, and I'm gonna do that a lot more offline, but it's gonna look a lot like this. So I don't know if you really wanna see me do that over and over again. And some of that is gonna come on next Thursday anyways, where we try to come up with a lot more characters. Me and Neff. It should be a fun time when we do it. But yeah, if you haven't met Neff before, she has been a long time guest character in Celestia, and she plays with me in Frey's D&D campaign, which may or may not be on Mondays. Frey's schedule is a little confusing at the moment, so we'll have to see how that goes. But with that, I think we've talked probably enough for today. Probably enough. It's a little short, by like 15 minutes. So it's not that short. Let's see if I can find someone who's on. Oh wow. Well, we have 2 options. And but I think I know who I'm gonna go with, at least right now. I mean, there's a lot of people I'd like to raid, but I was watching Faye, and I'm trying to talk Faye into joining Arcane Academy. So let's raid Faye. But yeah, tomorrow's Celestia. Monday might be Frey's D&D. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Next week, I will be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC. We're in Yuffie's missions, or story, depending on how you want to word that. It's been a fun time. So yeah. Is there anything else? No, I think that kind of covers it. Oh, my 1-year anniversary is at the end of the month. I am thinking the 30th. So I want to start mentioning that. It will be an endurance stream. I'm planning at least 8 hours. We'll see how that goes. I may get tired. It's going to be on a Sunday. But
come on, Hissy. Let's go. I got a spear and I'm ready. Looking ready? You will not touch me.
sorry, ended. Hang on.
Oh,
So, take care. See you later.